welcome to This Day. It is Monday, January 6th. I'm your host, Bree Cox Kennedy. Wow, what a gorgeous intro. That's the first time that I've seen it. What'd you guys think? I thought it was fabulous. It really encompasses our beautiful Orange County area. On today's show, we're going to be talking with cardiologist Dr. Iham Alamari all about strokes. He's with Mission Hospital, so we're very much looking forward to that. And then later in the show, we're going to be sitting down with Eileen Ordway, getting a library update. But first, we want to keep you informed. United Town Hall is having a meeting. The United Laguna Woods Mutual Board of Directors invites United residents to its next monthly town hall on Friday, January 10th, from 2 to 4 p.m. in the Performing Arts Center. Let's take a look at our local forecast. It's a gorgeous one out there today, folks. There is no clouds in the sky, just beautiful. Temperatures today are going to reach around 69, maybe low 70s, and then increasing in temperature tomorrow and then tapering back down again toward Friday. But we've got some beautiful spring-like temperatures going on out there right now, so maybe head on out to that beautiful beach and take advantage of it. The sunrise this morning was at 6:56 a.m. and the sunset will be at 4:58 p.m. I took a walk, gosh, this must have been 2 weeks ago already, at the Monarch Links Dana Point Golf Course, and that photo is unretouched. Look at the definitions with the clouds in the sky. Gorgeous. I'd love to see your pictures. Please send those to us at Laguna Woods Village TV at gmail.com. Please send us your name, where the picture was taken from, in a horizontal format, please. Next up, we've got a meeting to tell you about, and then after the break, we're going to welcome Dr. Iham Alamari with Mission Hospital. Stay tuned.
Two of the greatest bands of all time face off in a high-energy, adrenaline-pumping musical showdown as the Boomers Club brings the Beatles vs. Stones to the Laguna Woods Village Performing Arts Center on Friday, February 28, 2025 at 7:30 p.m. The British invasion brought us the two most popular bands of all time. These two legendary bands engage in an onstage mash-up duel featuring internationally renowned tribute bands Abbey Road and Jumping Jack Flash. Tickets available at the Pack Box office.
Many people ask me, hey CJ, when is the best time to create a living trust and help your loved ones avoid delays and extreme costs of probate court? The time's right now. Why let your beneficiaries pay legal fees upwards of $80,000 when you can create complete living trust package including funding for under $800? Contact Beverly Hills Legal Services today so we can help you design a great estate plan.
Hi, my name is Dr. Faramant. Brilliant Smile has been the premier dental office of Laguna Woods Village for over 30 years now. We take the extra time to understand our patients' unique needs. We truly care about your happiness and dental wellness. We always provide the absolute highest quality of dental work at very affordable prices in a very relaxing environment. Stop by or give us a call and experience the Brilliant Smile difference. We are conveniently located close to Gate 6.
Oh, life. How we admire you, are deeply fascinated by you. All your twists and turns and wild rides you take us on. The ups and the downs. Life, you live inside all of us, breathing, growing, beating. You are the reason we'll always provide world-class healthcare. Providence, we see the life in you.
And welcome back to the show. Do you know what warning signs are for strokes? Well, here to tell us that and more, we welcome cardiologist Dr. Iham Alamari with Mission Hospital.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for having
Welcome
me.
to the show, Doctor.
Thank you.
It's a joy having you here. There's a common thing out there called stroke, and people know it after they see it, right?
Correct.
But we want to share with our viewers, what are the warning signs? What is atrial fibrillation, otherwise commonly known as AFib?
So atrial fibrillation basically is an abnormal heart rhythm where the upper chamber of the heart will be going into a very fast and irregular speed. So basically the upper chamber will be shaking or quivering, and that will lead to patients having symptoms like chest pain, shortness of breath, inability to exercise, fatigue, and sometimes even syncope or passing out.
So forgive my ignorance, when I drink too much coffee, I kind of feel that little jitter. How different is it when you're actually having AFib?
So this is totally different. Atrial fibrillation is, again, it's an irregular rhythm. So the heart actually, the upper chamber is going in an irregular, I will say, way.
And that's something that you can physically feel.
You can definitely feel, exactly. When you drink coffee, you're just having more sinus tachycardia. That's your normal heart rhythm going at just a faster speed, I will say.
Ah, interesting.
And that will be more of a regular rhythm.
Right. So is AFib dangerous?
So a lot of people, they live with atrial fibrillation. We have millions of people around the world, they have atrial fibrillation. The expectations in 2030 is to have about 12 million Americans with atrial fibrillation or even more. And this is a problem that if it's treated, patients live well with it. But the problem when it's not treated well, or when it's underdiagnosed or misdiagnosed, then it becomes dangerous. And the most dangerous aspect of atrial fibrillation is having a stroke.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So tell us what are those symptoms? What are we going to look for?
So for strokes, basically, patient could have either weakness or numbness in one of the limbs or the face, sometimes visual disturbances, inability to talk or speak, urinary incontinence, and other variety of symptoms. Those symptoms could be temporary, last about 24 hours. This is what we call a transient ischemic attack, or TIA. After 24 hours, they resolve. Or the permanent symptoms, and those are the ones that we call stroke, and those will last, for basically forever.
And at what point do you recommend people seeking help, medical?
Whenever a patient gets any symptoms of weakness, numbness, something new, he's unable to talk, there is something that is abnormal, immediately they should seek medical help, because stroke is very time sensitive. Mm-hmm. You actually can treat a stroke if you are within the window of treatment, but if you sit on it for a very long period of time, then the treatment options become not available.
So a lot of people think, oh, it's abnormal, but it'll pass, and
Correct.
I'll be fine in a couple hours.
Exactly, and this is the mistake that a lot of people do, actually. So we always encourage patients that if you have any of the symptoms of stroke, and they should educate themselves and just read about symptoms of stroke, if they have any of them, then immediately they should seek medical attention, because that could save their life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so give us one more time a list of how do we prevent stroke in AFib?
So first of all, let's understand why stroke happens in atrial fibrillation. So this is basically the heart. We have two upper chambers and two lower chambers. This here is the appendix of the heart. This is basically the appendage, the left atrial appendage. It is a pouch, it comes from the left atrium, and usually when the heart contracts in a normal way, the blood goes in and out with no problem. But if the heart is in atrial fibrillation, the heart will be, again, quivering and shaking, and the blood will become sluggish. So the blood goes in, and it becomes stagnant, because this is a cul-de-sac. And that is a perfect environment for clot formation. So clot will form here, and then it will dislodge and go to the system, to our system, and to the brain, and forms a stroke. So how do we prevent that? The traditional method is basically giving patients blood thinners. Blood thinners, that medication that makes the blood really thin to prevent the clot formation in this chamber here.
Right.
The problem is a lot of patients, they cannot tolerate blood thinners. And that's why we do have an alternative for almost like the last 10 years by having what we call a left atrial appendage occlusion, which is basically a procedure to isolate the left atrial appendage from the rest of the heart. So the clot, when it forms, there is no way for it to escape into the system. It will just like be trapped here.
And I believe you sent us a video to show us exactly how that
correct.
works.
Yeah, we can show that video, and I'll show you. I'll tell you how the procedure is done.
Okay.
So this is basically it's a once in a lifetime procedure. So we go through the right femoral vein from the groin. We go up to the heart, and then we have to cross with that catheter. This is called a transseptal catheter. We cross to the left atrium, and then we exchange our catheters to another catheter that's called a pigtail catheter. This is a catheter that we will place in the left atrial appendage, which we see there. We have different shapes, obviously, of this left atrial appendage. And then we can inject contrast and visualize the appendage under fluoroscopy. During this procedure, this is the contrast going in, just to look at the appendage anatomy. And then once we look at it, we size the appendage, and then we choose the right size of the device. Then we exchange for the device. This is the device that's called the Watchman device. Again, we have fluoroscopy and an echocardiogram at the same time to deploy it in the right position. Once we deploy in the right position, which we are doing like a fine adjustment, for example, here, to make sure that we're going to be sealing well, then we will look at the device and make sure that, number one, it is sealed. There is no leak around the device. Number two, it is stable. And we have enough compression on the device. We have to have a 10 to 30% compression on the device for the device to be stable. The device has small anchors that will go into the tissue of the appendage, and that will hold the device in place. Once we go through the criteria that this is the echo on the other side, on the left side, and you see how there is no leak around the device. Once we're happy with the results, then we have a knob that we can disconnect the catheter from the device, and the device will stay there basically forever. This device will take about 6 months to heal, and during these 6 months, we give patients aspirin and a super aspirin medication called Plavix. This will prevent any small clot formation on the device because the device is a foreign body up to this point. But after 6 months, it becomes covered with a normal heart tissue, and then you can remove these blood thinners, and then the patient will be only on aspirin.
And so during the first 6 months, can people exercise or resume normal activities?
Yes, so basically this procedure is a one-day procedure. It actually takes about 45 minutes to an hour to be done. Patients usually go home the same day, and they are back to normal activity the next morning with minimal restriction, like just for a week. We don't want them to do any heavy lifting or swimming or hiking, but back to normal activity, within a week.
Absolutely fascinating. So, doctor, who qualifies for this type of procedure?
So any patient with atrial fibrillation who actually qualifies for blood thinners but cannot tolerate blood thinners should qualify for this. Meaning, if the patient has atrial fibrillation, but they have a history of bleeding, let's say a GI bleeding or a brain bleed, you cannot give them blood thinner because that's dangerous. If the patient have imbalance, so they are at risk of falling or actually actively having recurrent falls, you don't want them to be on blood thinners because if they fall on the blood thinner, they will bleed massively. We also have patients with high-risk occupation, like pilots, firemen, sportsmen. You don't want these people obviously on blood thinners because of their job. You don't want them to bleed because patients with this blood thinner could actually bleed spontaneously sometimes.
Is that right?
Oh yes, and you don't want these people obviously to bleed. So there is a variety of patients that will qualify for this procedure, but if the patient has atrial fibrillation and they are on blood thinners and they don't know if they do qualify for this procedure or not, they should seek medical attention and talk to their physician and mainly to their cardiologist to see if they qualify for it.
My goodness, what a wealth of information in such a short period of time.
Thank you very much.
Dr. Iman Alamari from Mission Hospital, cardiologist, I appreciate your time and coming in with us today.
Thank you for having me.
You're watching This Day on Village TV. We'll be up next with a library update.
Did you buy a series ticket last year? If so, you're at the front of the line. During this renewal window, you have the exclusive right to keep your same seat for 2025. Upgrades February 17th to February 21st. Looking to upgrade? If you purchased a series ticket last year but want to move to an even better seat, this is your chance. Starting February 24th, the box office will open series ticket sales to everyone, including new buyers. This is your chance to lock in your seat for all 4 shows.
Welcome to the Artistry, South Orange County's only cannabis dispensary located right here in Laguna Woods. The Artistry is your trusted source for the highest quality cannabis products and the best customer service. We offer daily deals up to 50% off on top brands. Whether you're new to cannabis or a seasoned consumer, our friendly and informative staff is here to help you elevate in style. We're located next to Gate 3 and now offer delivery right to your door. Join us for a one-of-a-kind dispensary experience.
Go beyond better hearing with artificial intelligence. At Advanced Ear Care, we've taken regular hearing care to a new level with artificial intelligence performance. This provides smarter, clearer balance of sound. Artificial intelligence identifies background noises and reduces them so you can hear the soft-spoken speech clearly. Don't be afraid of this technology. It works automatically. Put them on and hear better all day in all situations. Hear the conversations clearly with family, friends, and caregivers. And remember, tell them Stuart sent you.
Aging at home with the support of a caregiver offers numerous benefits physically and emotionally. Right at Home helps you stay amongst your personal belongings, memories, and comfort of your home. We offer one-on-one care that helps monitor health, assist with daily activities such as showering, medical medication reminders, cooking, safety, and accident prevention. Our team at Right at Home can help maintain your independence, keep a routine, and allow you to continue to make your own choices while improving your quality of life. We are Right at Home.
And welcome back to the show. Joining us now, we have Eileen Ordway with a library update.
Hi, Bree. It's good to be here.
Hi, Eileen. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're in a new year.
Yes.
You've got lots of things to tell us about. Everything you've been up to. My goodness, there's a long list, so let's get to it.
Yes.
First of all, you were telling us how the series labels on the books, you've made significant progress there.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
We have about 11,000 fiction books in our catalog. 40% of them are in series. They're really popular with the residents here in the village. So our catalog system allowed us to make a change where we could print on our labels the actual series name and then the number that book is in the series.
Oh, fabulous.
So yeah, this is a little hard to see, but it says Mason Books 1, 2. We're now shelving in that order. We used to be the author and the title, and because the titles are sometimes hard to see, it was hard for our people to shelve them that way.
Sure.
But now they'll be in the author, series, and then in number order. So people who like to read series, maybe they want to reread Louise Penny's Inspector Gamache books, they can just go up the shelves and pull them in order, and if they know they finished 4, 5's next. So it'll hopefully people who like to read
Make
series
it so much easier.
Yes.
Right?
So we've completed all of the regular print labels, and we're in the process of doing the large print labels, so they'll have their numbers and their big large print label there so people will know where they're at. And we're also now working on bookends for the series. So they'll be like this on the shelf, so it'll be easier to see what the series name is because this is tiny.
Fantastic.
And we're trying to put more information. So for this particular series, the number 1 book is only in large print. So if you don't see that on the regular print shelf, pull this out of the shelf and you'll be able to see that there's 1 copy on the large print side of the library. And then these dark orange ones, they are all series where multiple authors have written books for that series. So, for example, Jesse Stone is Robert B. Parker. That's his series, but he passed away. But their estates let them, other authors pick that up, and they're so prolific. It's easy for those other authors to, have the feel for those books.
Right.
So if you're looking to see if maybe some of your favorite authors have additional books by another author, they'll be on these dark orange labels.
So how many series do you have? How many unique series does this library carry?
798. I was shocked, because we had to go through our whole catalog and identify the books and what their series number was. When I pulled the whole list out of the system and then started sorting them and matching them, I couldn't believe how many we had. I mean, some I'd never heard of before.
Sure.
So now I've started reading them myself. So it's been a big job. We've been working on it since August. But I think people who like books will, and especially series, will enjoy.
Did you know before you started the process how big of a job this was going to be?
No, not at all.
Would you have started?
I don't know. I might have, because I like that. But,
well,
but luckily I've had help.
Doesn't it feel like a sort of a clearing,
Yes.
to get everything in line
Yes.
and in order? But
Yes.
you are still looking for more donations.
Yes, absolutely. And so, any hardback book that people have right now, we've got volunteers who are willing to sort through them and how we can use them. And if somebody has series books that they don't want on their shelves anymore, they can send them to us, because we may have gaps. Like John Stanford's Lucas Davenport series, we have every single one except number 4.
Okay.
So Silent Prey, if somebody out there has Silent Prey and wants to give it up, we'd be happy to take it.
And are you specifically looking for hardbound or soft covers as well? Or?
We won't be labeling any paperback books, because there's only a few of those that we put in our catalog. Okay. Like these larger size, large print, because they won't be as heavy. A lot of them are coming this way.
Okay.
But regular paperback books, we just have in our honor system. They're not in our catalog.
Oh, I see. Okay,
so,
great.
but yes, we will take any of those too.
Okay. And you mentioned you were looking for volunteers.
Yes. So to circulate all these books, these 11,000 fiction books, we need people to work at our front desk and help people check them in and check them out. We're specifically looking for people on Thursday mornings from 10 to 1, and then Friday afternoons from 1 to 4. Friday afternoons are tough because people are, doing things on the weekends.
Right.
But if somebody doesn't really have Friday plans, then they'd be, or maybe they're willing to get ready for those Friday plans early and want to come in and work at the library, we would love to get their applications.
Okay, and they can just come to the library and pick that up?
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Wonderful.
Or even get one online. The Recreation Department has applications, so you could download it from there and fill it out and get it to us.
Perfect.
Yes.
So tell us about your holiday bonanza blowout.
It was great. We had it for the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, basically the 4 Wednesday afternoons before Christmas, and a lot of people came in and supported us. We made over $600 that we'll be able to use to maybe fill in series books, replace ones that are falling apart, that are really popular. So we really appreciate that the residents came out and took advantage of what we had available and are donating that money to the library.
That's wonderful. Love that support.
Yes, yes.
So you've got some pretty significant 2024 numbers.
Yes. We've had over 26,000 people come into the library in 2024. And we have checked out to them, or they've brought back 33,154 items. That includes our paperbacks, our puzzles, any of our hardback books that are in our catalog, music CDs. Our volunteers contributed over 9,000 hours working at the library during the year. And we had 405 residents who wanted to be put into our catalog so they could check items out.
Sure.
But really, there's a lot of people who come in, probably 50% of the people who come in don't check out catalog books, but they love to use our reading area. They work on puzzles. We have free Wi-Fi. You can bring your laptops there, newspapers, magazines. So this year, if you want to turn your thermostat down for a while during the day, come into our warm library and check us out. Maybe have a New Year's resolution to come in and pick up a good book that'll help you get through the rainy season, curling up with a good book.
You know, that sounds great. Sometimes it can be lonely when you stay at home, so that's a great place to just
not a lot of talking going on. There's some, but not a lot. But yes.
At least you're with other people.
Exactly. Yes.
Wow, all of that sounds wonderful. I can't wait to talk to you in another couple of months and see what you've been up to. You're just a little firecracker.
Thank you.
All right, Eileen from the library, thank you so much for that update.
Thanks for having me.
Can't wait to see you again. You're watching This Day on Village TV. We'll be right back with a preview of tonight's movie. Stay.
At Pro Smiles OC, we believe your smile is more than just an expression, it's your confidence. Dr. Ivan Ho, board-certified cosmetic dentist in Orange County, has transformed thousands of smiles here in Laguna Woods. From dental implants to Invisalign and cosmetic dentistry, our team at Pro Smiles OC is devoted to restoring and enhancing the beauty of your smile using state-of-the-art procedures that result in long-lasting smiles. Visit our website to schedule an appointment or give us a call today.
Attention Laguna Woods homeowners. Upgrade your bathroom with luxury bath designs of Orange County and enjoy up to $4,000 off or 20% savings, whichever is greater. We bring everything right to your door: fixtures, faucets, flooring, walls, and more. No hassle, no stress. Our expert team will design a space that's beautiful, comfortable, and safe. Call now or visit luxurybathdesigns.com to schedule your consultation. Luxury, comfort, and peace of mind, just one call away.
All right, folks, let's take a look at the Monday movie preview for this evening. Happy Gilmore, 1996. My goodness, doesn't that seem like yesterday? Adam Sandler stars in this movie brought to us by Providence. It's a slapstick comedy. After his grandmother's house is repossessed by the IRS, a hot-tempered hockey player takes his talents to golf to earn the big bucks and get his grandmother's house back. That's wonderful. I can't wait to see that movie. Let's take another look at our 5-day forecast. It's gorgeous out there today, folks. Get out there and enjoy these beautiful cloud-free skies. Today's high is going to be 69, climbing up to 72 tomorrow, and then tapering off for the rest of the week. But all in all, a very pleasant and mild week ahead of us. Well, that's going to do it for us here at This Day. We hope you enjoyed this episode. And from all of us here, we wish your day a beautiful one.